over the... Next to move in here, Sanachi. We await Here for Glory, Ryder having to dismount there, Vlad Durick, and coming up Radio Sky. 10 running in the first. Who's moved up into the line now. And Caulfield Cup Day for the year 2000 with a 10 race card is about to get underway. Track is good, 4.12 the penetrometer. Rail out 6 for the entire circuit, and we're about to break race 1. They're set, light flashing, 1400. All clear through and away, and a lovely start soon after the jump. Races Bell is one of the first to show out. Miss Thunderstood and Harpy go up and join it. Speciality just off them from Mellow Rule. Queen, after a reasonable beginning, is pushing up on the fence now, and they're closely followed by Sanachi travelling wide. Then came getting through along the inside Flying Spice, followed by Here for Glory and Radio Sky by the 1,000, and Miss Thunderstood's a little over a length clear. Races Bell is second. Harpy is in third over on the outside. 2 lengths behind these is Queen, now fourth on the rails. Mellow Rulers around it, Flying Spice over on the fence, and they're followed by Speciality. Almost a length, Sanachi, Here for Glory and Radio Sky, 12 off the leader. Up the side, nearing the 600, Miss Thunderstood by 2. Harpy Races Bell on the rail. A length and a half to Queen, and they're followed then by Mellow Rule over on the outside. Sanachi making ground round them, followed by Flying Spice, just temporarily held up on the fence as they neared the corner next to Speciality, who's now back third last from Radio Sky and Here for Glory. Miss Thunderstood is the leader coming around the turn. Harpy has asked for the run, pulled out as Queen, and down the outside is Sanachi, and behind them Races Bell on the inside. Miss Thunderstood flat as a strap at the 200. Here's Queen coming after with Harpy in the middle. Queen and Harpy race to Miss Thunderstood, who's kicking back. It's Queen, a narrow leader from Harpy. Here's Flying Spice in the clear. She's rattling home. Flying Spice is swallowing them up, and Flying Spice has got up and won it from Queen. Miss Thunderstood might have got third. Harpy's with her there, followed by Sanachi. Back behind those to finish in the race, Speciality, Here for Glory. Races Bell tiring badly. Mellow Rule towards the end, and Radio Sky one of the last all of the way. She was held up coming towards the turn, but when she got into the clear, Flying Spice stormed through the pack. Queen had hit the front, but Flying Spice grabbed her as they went by. Now Chenar's come up, Miss Cornucova, who has the outside barrier, has joined them, so they're all in. They're set to run. Brock and Roll and Cerise drawn a middle gate. Natural Tycoon bobbing her head. They stand well, they're away. Crixia out fairly. Away fast, Cradle Snatcher. Chenar shows some pace. Brock and Roll just off them early. Miss Cornucova from an outside barrier is going forward, but Crixia led Cradle Snatcher. Miss Cornucova up to third. Right behind them the fence, Brock and Roll, followed by Chenar Smites as Trish, a length Crown Glory. A length and a half Brokers Point getting up along the inside as they go up the side of the course. Next Shalaya Me, Dazzling Bell. Well back in the field is Natural Tycoon, outside Shades of Stubborn, and last is Swanette. 500 to go. Crixia a half in front of Cradle Snatcher. 2 Miss Cornucova. A neck Brock and Roll the inside, and then Smitus Trish, followed by Chenar Crown Glory, and behind them is Brokers Point as they swing the corner into the straight. Crixia got away from the rails. Cradle Snatcher after it. Brock and Roll behind them with Miss Cornucova. Then Smitus Trish and Shalaya Me at the 200 metres. Brock and Roll going for a run between the two leaders. Miss Cornucova's after them. Miss Cornucova's hit the front now from Cradle Snatcher. Brock and Roll, Shalaya Me and Smitus Trish, but Miss Cornucova, game, set and match, 3 in a row, came away and beat Cradle Snatcher and Brock and Roll. Just behind those, Shalaya Me, Smitus Trish, Chenar, Swanette making ground on the fence, and then Brokers Point, Crown Glory, followed by Natural Tycoon, Dazzling Bell, Crixia carving right up towards the tail end in company with Shades of Stubborn. Smart filly. Miss Cornucova, number 10, ridden by Darren Gauci, sat on the pace and sprinted very hard at the end of the 200 metres to win, to pay $4.30. And Dark Wine has joined them in the gates, and the last to move in will be Chestnut Dream, filly who beat the Colts under some difficulties in winning last time. Now, Command the Best bounded around, broke through the front of the gates, but is very quickly under control. Kieran McAvoy very alert to the situation, and this filly has only gone about 15 metres down the track at the most. Yeah, Command the Best has moved back into the stalls and they're away and racing, and Silvana was one of the first to bound out of the stalls over near the outside. Curvaceous a little slow and is easing over their heels early. Love Dust was away well, and Flying Lure is quickly up into second placing. As they sort themselves out, Silvana led Flying Lure, Love Dust right behind them third the inside, and then Alishan. A length for Insanity, a length Ladita Star, and then Scale the Heights with Roadhouse Blues around her. Going up on the inside is Curvaceous, and then Swamp Princess. Two to Dark Wine well back in the field, followed by Command the Best and Chestnut Dreamers last of all, and she settled okay today. Out near the 1200 metres, and Silvana the leader. Out to the top of the hill, she's a length and a half. Flying Lure. Right behind them, Love Dust, and Alishan is a neck away fourth, and then Lolita Star. Around her, Roadhouse Blues, followed by Rinsality, Swamp Princess. Over on the rails is Curvaceous. A length and a half then to Scale the Heights, being followed by Dark Wine on the inside of Command the Best, and Wonder Chestnut Dream. 1,000 to go, and Silvana's out by a length to Flying Lure. Love Dust having a beautiful run over on the inside in third placing. Roadhouse Blues is moving up on the outside as they go down the side of the course, and back behind those horses is Alishan. About 2 lengths back at the 800, Lolita Star over on the rails, and Swamp Princess improving, followed by Rinsality. Well back in the field is Curvaceous as Command the Best starts to run. Scale the Heights one of the last with Chestnut Dream, and 2 to Dark Wine at the 600, and Silvana just in front of Flying Lure on the outside. Love Dust has had a beautiful run in the blue right behind them, just needing a shade of luck as Alishan went forward with Roadhouse Blues and Swamp Princess. Then Lolita Star as they corner with Curvaceous getting up on the rail. Plenty of room for Love Dust to come through. Silvana and Flying Lure left the fence in the straight. Lolita Star's coming off their heels, and Alishan with a run, and then Love Dust and Curvaceous. Lolita Star sprinting quickly though at the 200 metres has kicked away. It's Lolita Star now from Silvana, and running on Scale the Heights from Roadhouse Blues, but Lolita Star, it's Bester and Hayes again, and Lolita Star wins it by 3 lengths. Silvana will hold second placing, and it's either Alishan or Scale the Heights for third. Close up Curvaceous the inside, and Dark Wine, who's come from well back in the field. Then came Chestnut Dream, and back behind her Swamp Princess. Love Dust didn't go on after getting a good run from Flying Lure, Command the Best, Roadhouse Blues, and Rinsality back to the tail. Lolita Star, Stephen Baster and Peter Hayes combining again after winning the first with Flying Spice, and Lolita Star takes out race number 3 with a runaway performance over the final 300 metres. Sarsen Trail also away from the line. Now Sarsen Trail goes up into the line. Winner of the Bill Stud Stakes is ready. Now Reenact coming in. Senor Luro is about to join them too. So they're all in for the Amy Norman Robinson. Set. All set now. And away. Adolescents begin okay. Go bit out fairly. Hit the roof, jumped okay, so did Falls the Shadow in the early part, settling up on the speed in the yellow colours. Keepers zipping up towards the front, and Senor Luro from an outside barrier is on the improve as well. Reenactor settling a fair way back, but starting to boot around them as they go out towards the 1500. A bit of speed here. Keeper in the centre, tackled by Senor Luro looking for the front. Adolescents just behind them third, and then Go Bit. Sarsen Trail up a length and a half away in 5th place, but he's tracking out 3 wide. Hit the roof and Falls the Shadow inside him. Wonder Reenact wanting to over race a little, and they're followed by our Captain Corelli, Home Wrecker, and a couple of lengths to Dane's Charm outside Royale Exit. Out past the 1200 on the far side of the course, Senor Luro set the tempo. Sarsen Trail after racing wide went up a half length away, and Keepers one away third. In 4th placing, Go Bend outside Adolescents, and 2 behind them Hit the Roof, Falls the Shadow and Reenact. Another 2 lengths behind these is our Captain Corelli on the inside of Home Wrecker, and then Royale Exit and Dane's Charm last of all. Up the side of the course in Newluro, heading towards the 800s, about a head in front of Sarsen Trail. 2 lengths to Keeper third. Adolescence on the rail fourth, and then Go Bent with Reenact starting a run around, hits the roof. Over on the inside behind them falls the Shadow in an awkward place as Homewrecker took off round the outside. At the 600 metre mark, they were being followed then by Royale Exit with our Captain Corelli at the back of the field. Nearing the turn, and Sarsen Trail in the centre took a slender lead. Keeper goes with him and travels okay at the bend. Then came Go Bent. Adolescence hit the roof. Reenact off the track as they corner. Where Keeper dashed to the lead over Sarsen Trail. Hit the roofs running on. Adolescence angling for a run on the inside. Here's Go Bent and Royale Exit. Keeper tackled by Hit the Roof. 150 to go. Royale Exit closing on the outside. Go Bent got hampered. Hit the Roof with Royale Exit coming at it. Hit the Roof. Royale Exit are coming to the line. Royale Exit went home the best and just won. Royale Exit from Hit the Roof by half a head. 2.5 Adolescence third. Then falls the Shadow. Go Bent, Reenact and the weakening Keeper. Behind them Dane's Charm. Sarsen Trail dropped right out on the inside after they cornered, followed by Homewrecker, and a long break to the stablemates Senor Luro and our Captain Corelli. Royale Exit number 10 is won, ridden by Peter Mertens. Trained by Leon Corstens, the son of Chief's Crown. Happy Morning are away. Happy Morning has moved up riderless. Patrick Payne being reunited. Happy Morning a place getter and a sires at this trip. They're all in. Burley in the second set. Black with the pink cap. Surfboard in the first set of the Ingham colours. They're ready. And away they go, and Surfboard down on the inside began well. Polished the silver, got away okay. Damavand and Paternal drop out at the start, and Century Kid from an outside barrier showing a ton of dash had crossed the field, and it's Century Kid settling into stride 2 lengths clear from Surfboard and moving up Land's End into third placing, followed by Schmooze wider out fourth, and then came Crystal Finale Kutamutu. A length cost us off the outside of Warrabinda, followed by Polish the Silver tracking 3 wide. To De Gaulle Lane, Mr. Gold Flyer, and then Happy Morning. A length to Burley Paternal, followed by Sky Duke and Damavand. Last 700 to go. And Century Kid led from Land's End second. Schmooze deep out third. Surfboard right behind them fourth, and the Cerise Crystal Finale next from Kutamutu. Warrabinda. A length cost us off, and then came Polish the Silver. 2 lengths Mr. Gold Flyer, De Gaulle Lane, Happy Morning, Burley and Sky Duke well back. Paternal next to last, and 2 to Damavand. At the turn now, Land's End up level with Century Kid. Crystal Finale behind them from Surfboard. Schmooze the outside from Warrabinda. Costa's offers pulled out wide with Kutamutu at the 200 metres though, and it's Land's End tackled by Crystal Finale, who's sprinting very quickly. Warrabinda starting to come out after Crystal Finale, and then Mr. Gold Flyer. Crystal Finale's kicking strongly though. He's a length and a half in front, and Crystal Finale beat Warrabinda by a length. Mr. Gold Flyer third, and then Costa's off doing his best late, followed by Burley, Happy Morning, and just behind those was Land's End, Kutamutu and De Gaulle Lane, and then Century Kid, Damavand, and behind these was Schmooze. Paternal never came into it, and well back is Surfboard and Polish the Silver, and last to finish is Sky Duke. Stand by for numbers. It's a double for Matthew Ellerton, who scored with Miss Kornikova in the second. Victory for number 10, Crystal Finale, written by Matthew Gatt. Second, number 8, Warrabinda, Larry Cassidy, and we'll have them right to go in the Ansett Australia. 2 to go in. Weasel Wheel comes in. They're set. Ready for the answer, Australia. 1400. Racing. And Seller began well on the inside. Higher jumped away with them in the middle of the line. Weasel Wheel dropped out to the tail. Seller led Bomber Bill, Harley and Manor Hill on the outside, settling into stride. Just behind them, Don't Imbibe is worse than midfield. El Mirage at the fence, followed by Higher. Maltese Edition trapped out wide, and then Weasel Will and another Neptune by the 1,000 metres. Pace of plenty here, set by Seller with Manor Hill pressing. 2 lengths to in third placing is Harley, another 2, Bomber Bill in fourth. They're followed by El Mirage and then Don't Imbibe. Maltese Edition wide out around Higher, and then came another Neptune and Weasel Will. Heading to the 600, Seller and neck in front of Manor Hill, 2 Harley. El Mirage to the inside, followed by Bomber Bill. They're trailed further back by Don't Imbibe. Maltese Edition's never been on the track. High's in a pretty awkward place coming up towards the turn. He's third last. Weasel Will around him and another Neptune. A bunch field, and Seller is going to corner in front of Manor Hill in the red blinkers. Bomber Bill, Don't Imbibe and Maltese Edition is coming right down the outside. Then El Mirage. Higher is back behind a wall of horses at the 200. Seller is the leader. El Mirage is coming after it. Then Bomber Bill. Higher finally into the clear, but Seller is the leader. 100 out. Higher is coming after him. Seller's 2 in front though, and Seller's going to win. Beatty Stablemate Higher. Third, maybe Weasel Will out wide from El Mirage and another Neptune. Next in Maltese Edition, and they were trailed then by Bomber Bill. A break to Manor Hill and Don't Imbibe, and Harley dropped out a bad last. Seller is the winner. Stablemate of the short favourite has won. 6-1 and 4 has got third, Weasel Will. Seller the winner, Darren Gauci. Straight to the front in a fast run race. What have they run here? 121.81. They're just a tenth of a second outside the record. 6th the winner, Seller, Darren Gauci and John Hook. Second to number 1, Higher, Damien Oliver. And here's Freemason coming up. Stall 9, the winningest barrier in Cup history. Magneto joined them. The field is set for the Carlton Draft Caulfield Cup. They're set. Racing. And Fairway Beginner came to the outside. Diatribe and Fuss a little slow. Celestial Show bounded out. Coco Cabana began running on the inside. And up there too is Hill of Grace as they thunder to the post the first time. Pravda out wide making a race of it. Camarina and Magneto are up there. Oliver wants the front on the favourite. Fairway though, turning out of the straight. Here's a narrow leader from all the way just on his inside with Coco Cabana. Caught 3 wide, he's still booting forward on Fairway to find the front now. Pravda and Camarina's posted wide. Oh, Montrachet got some referred interference there. There's a check in front of him, he lost ground. Magneto's on the improve. Next is All the Way, and they're followed by Hill of Grace now outside Montrachet. Back behind those horses, Celestial Show, Citrus Prince, 2 to Freemason, 2 to Ken's Joy, Streak the Rail, and then second coming Majestic Avenue. Diatribe, 2 lengths to Fuss and Carpstead Way. Camarina's taken over the running after working very hard and climbing up the hill. Camarina led from Magneto. Fairway dropped in for a trail. There was plenty of speed in the first half of the race. 2 lengths to Pravda forced, a length and a half to Coco Cabana, who's over on the inside of All the Way. 1.5 Hill of Grace, Montrachet. They're trailed by Celestial Show wide out. Back behind them, Citrus Prince. Streak over on the rail. 1 Freemason, Ken's Joy. A length Diatribe second coming, followed by Majestic Avenue and Carpstead Way. And Fuss bring up the rear to the railway side. And Camarina is the leader. She steadied the tempo mid-race. And down to the 800 led from Magneto and Fairway right behind them. Pravda and All the Way is off, and going forward too is Hill of Grace on the outside. They're followed by Citrus Prince, Coco Cabana. Round the outside comes Majestic Avenue with his challenge, and then Montrachet Rocher, Ken's Joy and Freemason taking off together at the 500 metres now, and it's Fairway going through to again take over the running. Fairway the leader from Camarina, and Hill of Grace has charged up on the outside. They're clear of now. Pravda coming through on the rails, and Montrachet's getting into the clear. Ken's Joy, Majestic Avenue in second, coming wider out. Fairway and Hill of Grace at the 250. They're the two leaders. Diatribe is coming through on the rails now. 150 to go. Diatribe charges up on the inside, and Fairway coming down the outside now. Caulfield way with a rattling run, but Diatribe is clear. Diatribe in front of Pravda. Diatribe! George has won it at last. It's Diatribe from Caulfield way second. Photo for third. It was either Freemason or Fairway. Then Ken's Joy, and they're followed by Streak, and back behind them second coming Hill of Grace, and then Fuss, Montrachet, Camarina. Pravda was next to finish. Then came Celestial Show all the way. Citrus Prince, a few more coming are Magneto, Majestic Avenue and Coco Cabana. One of the greatest staying trainers this country has produced has finally won the Caulfield Cup that has eluded him for so many years. Seconds on no less than 3 occasions with R1, Our Sophia and Caulfield. Now Regal Touch is getting set. The Builders joined them. Zealy Lad coming along. Just about right now for the Kunji. 2000, Slavonic to come up, and we'll have them right. Zealy Lad near the outside. Prince Benbarra stood up nicely. All in set to run. Crowd of over 44,000 here at Caulfield today, and they're away in the Kunji handicap, and Lease and Slavonic are the first couple to bound out. Prince Benbarra steadying early, drifting right back. There's Regal Touch shooting across the field. He found the front pretty comfortably. As they settle down, it's the well-tried Regal Touch by 2 lengths. The Message quickly moved up second and might go on with it looking for the lead. Brave Chief is moving up on their outside as well. Slavonic is now fourth, 2 lengths to a Builder on the outside of Lease, and then came Jamestown. A length Belong and Typhoon together to Zabuan. Our Unicorn on the outside of him. 2 lengths further back is Royal Caitiff and Sarwatch together, and they're followed then by Prince Benbarra, Zealy Lad, and dropping out last is Mr. Nelson by the 1200 metres, and Brave Chief had eventually worked to the lead now. Couple of lengths in front of the New Zealander, the Message running second. In third placing, 2.5 lengths away, Slavonic. Regal Touch tucked away fourth on the inside, a couple of Builder. Another 2 or 3 lengths in a fast run race to Lease and Jamestown together. Then Belong on the outside of Typhoon. They're well strung out. Next, Our Unicorn on the outside of Zabuan, being followed by Sarwatch, Royal Caitiff, Zealy Lad, Prince Benbarra, and 2.5 to Mr. Nelson. 25 lengths at least would cover the field, and Brave Chief has got them strung right out down the side, led by a length the Message. 3 lengths Slavonic, Regal Touch the inside to a Builder. Another 2 lengths then to Jamestown over on the outside, followed by Lease. There's Our Unicorn starting a run around Belong. Typhoon, he'll need to get away from the fence shortly, nearing the turn, and they're followed by Zabuan, Zealy Lad and Sarwatch from Royal Caitiff as they swing the corner. Prince Benbarra is next to last, and Mr. Nelson into the straight, and the Message took the lead. Here's Slavonic coming after it. A Builder pulled to the outside, and Regal Touch getting over the heels. It's Slavonic. Slavonic hitting the lead from a Builder, Regal Touch, and now Typhoon. Here's Typhoon swapping them on the outside of Builder, and Typhoon go to the lead together. Typhoon's coming home the better from a Builder, and Typhoon a long neck of Builder. Slavonic 4 lengths away third from Regal Touch, the Message in Jamestown. Brave Chief, Our Unicorn, followed by Prince Benbarra, Zabuan, and with those was Zealy Lad, a break in the field to Lease, followed by Mr. Nelson, Royal Caitiff. Now at number 2, Miss Petty Money, a late withdrawal at 4.56. Stewards acting on vet's advice. Bookmakers please rule a line. Betting announcement to follow the running of the race. She was the clear favourite, Miss Petty Money, but she played up on the gate. She's been withdrawn. They stand in now. Starter addressing the field at the 1100, race 9. It's on their way. Camina began okay. St. Christoph got away well. Showing pace, Paint on the outside as they settle down now. And Progress driving up on the fence. It's Paint wide out. Camina in the middle. Over on the inside, Progress. Easy Rocking not far off them. They're followed by Dandy Kid pushing up. And wide out is Honour the Name in the leading pack as Pittance, followed by Tilt the Scales just easing off heels there. Next in the field, Suit on the inside and then Gallopini. They're followed by Shy Hero, well back, Ruthless Tycoon, Civil List and Toledo. Paint in the centre, the leader from Easy Rocking the outside as they swing around the corner. Next Camina and they're followed by Dandy Kid, St. Christoph. Pulled out wide as Honour the Name. Progress trying to push into the clear as they swing the corner and then Tilt the Scales in the straight. Easy Rocking Paint with Camina on the fence and Progress running on and St. Christoph to the outside. Camina down on the inside is the leader. Easy Rocking coming after Camina. Camina from Easy Rocking and Paint then Gallopini. It's Camina clear though and Camina for Gerald Ryan wins it by 2. Easy Rocking. Photo third. It's either Paint or Gallopini. Just behind those then came Tilt the Scales wide out and then Progress and behind those Dandy Kid and Suit. They were followed then by Shy Hero who never came into it. Civil List and St. Christoph from Pittance, Toledo and Ruthless Tycoon towards the tail with Honour the Name. Smart mare, this Queenslander, number 16, Camina. And on a wonderful Caulfield Cup day, they're set to break 1400. And away they go. Wildor began okay. Bumbleina a little slow to bound out of the stalls and away quickly is Spy Style on the inside. Into stride quickly is Pace Invader and Fellowship's right up there outside the leader with Romano Star going on to third. Comedy Court easing back to fourth and they're followed by Cryptobi with Pace Invader, the grey in that bunch. A length and a half Tickle My on the inside of Perito and then 2 lengths behind these it's Platonic Hula Wonder. 3 lengths behind those horses then is Noir Seer over on the inside. Fellowship's middle of the field so it's Lady Marion up second there. Next is Wildor and they're followed then by Love's Choice and Ruralism and Bumbleina last. 700 to go. Spy Stole by 2, Lady Marion, 2 Romano Star in third. Cryptavia's fourth on the inside and then Pace Invader as they go by the 600 metre mark nearing the home turn. Comedy Court the outside. 2 to Tickle My, Perita, Wonder, Wildor followed by Hula Wonder going through on the inside. It's Platonic spotting them a fair start from Fellowship and then Noir Seer, Bumbleina, Love's Choice and Ruralism as they corner where Spy Stole flattened for the run in. Kicked away by 2 lengths to Lady Marion. Cryptavia's coming home, so is Romano Star. Pace Invader, the grey wider out and now it's Platonic trying to get into the clear. Spy Stole, Lady Marion, Romano Star and Pace Invader on their outside. Spy Stole with Lady Marion and Romano Star. Spy Stole, Lady Marion down to the line, they hit it. Nothing in this between Lady Marion, Spy Stole and close up Pace Invader from Bumbleina on their outside. A terrific finish to the last. Romano Star right behind them from Cryptavia and then came it's Platonic who didn't have a great deal of luck in the straight. Then Noir Seer followed by Wildor, Hula Wonder, Love's Choice and Tickle My and then came Perito, Ruralism and Fellowship back towards the tail with Comedy Court last of all. Stand by for photos here all round. It's a great finish. Or maybe Lady Marion in the middle. You wouldn't believe it. Stand by for numbers. Lady Marion's in the middle. Pace Invader, the grey is on the outside. Spy Style on the inner. Stand by for the official number.